So I had the 26 millimeter. It was storming pretty bad, but I think I'll drive around with the car vlog. It's looking pretty good so far. You're not going to see any stars and stuff because of the clouds. It was raining pretty hard and thundering. And this is in portrait mode. And I'm going to bring the screen out. Turn it around. Turn it down a little bit. We're going to just drive around the neighborhood, look at some lights. I don't see anybody on the streets. And I want to see if it focuses on a vehicle. 4K 30. Shutter angle is on at 180 degrees, f2.8. That's the lowest this lens can do. ISO is set at 6400, which I think is the second limit. I don't want any stuff, but look how beautiful these lights are right here. Guy to the left of me turned them off, and he has nice lights, but sometimes when it's too much rain, slowing the power, it gets lost. I lost power twice earlier today, but they're working on the hospital, so I think that's what's going on. And they are also digging by the road, so someone hit something or turned it off. They are going to put some lights on at the lookout 1604 to slow down traffic, to keep more people off of that. Oh, look at this big reindeer. Oh, wow, Rudolph. I like that. So it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow. It's already rained, but more rain coming. Beautiful lights. But not everybody has kids visiting them. So why put up any lights? Just they usually go and visit. So like I do. Yeah, some pretty stuff. 26 millimeter is kind of wide, but I just want to show you some of the lights, Christmas lights coming on. I got some pictures coming too. But, you know, these are gorgeous. And I think the neighborhood is used to me driving around, vlogging. So I want to say hi to them. You know, they got so many vehicles on the road, it's hard to see the Christmas lights. And so anyhow, just driving around in this neighborhood. Do a U-turn. This is, I think, ProRes H265. Now, I do have a power bank with me. It is charging, but we'll see if it's a trickle charge or charging very well with the power adapter I have plugged into the surge protector. That's plugged into the voltage in the car. But you see some beautiful lights going this way. So I'm going to the areas where I've missed some of the Christmas lights. Yeah, so I've been having a little problem with DJI Mic 2. The original one that I have, it went on mute, and that's done before. Oh, look at these lights. I mean, these are gorgeous. I love looking at this. You know what? I don't know if I have the PZ on. No, sure don't. Okay. Not with this lens. You got to have a PZ lens. And I would love to have a small compact PZ lens. Maybe Nikon will do it. But you can see all the leaves and the wind that was blowing, and there was a lot of lightning. So it's a mess here. I still haven't mowed the grass yet. The leaves are almost dropped completely from my trees. So, but I like it when they wrap the trees with these lights with different colors. And it's 60 degrees outside, so it warmed up a little bit. It's been like in the mid-50s all day. I think the high 30s this morning. And like I said, my power went off twice earlier. And I'm glad I wasn't doing any editing then. Or I would have to redo it with the computers. And yeah, it affected my garage door. So I had to bring that down manually when I walked in. Well, I didn't use the car, but usually I go through the garage. So it opened up, and then the power went out. So we're going to go across the neighborhood and look for more Christmas lights. All right, finally. Yeah, they have some real nice Christmas decorations out too. There's a tree on the edge of the park in this neighborhood. I'm trying to show you the tree with the lights on. Yeah, it's back there. You can't see it, but they did a pretty good job. I like some of these homes that have a front porch. Ah, okay. So I had the Zydio tabletop small tripod, okay? And look at these lights. I mean, they're just gorgeous. He really did. This is probably the best one I've seen right here. Gorgeous. He really went out. You can see some lights in the backyards and stuff. People. There's a cul-de-sac here. And then you can see the ones on the left-hand side and straight ahead. So you've seen the one on the right already. And like I said, you know, they park their cars out in the driveway and stuff, and you can't really see a lot of the lights. So anyway, wanted to show off. I think they got most of the hospital outside walls done, but you know, with this rain, it's probably stopped some work for tomorrow. I hope they cover up some of the walls on the outside because they got like blue and green color, and I'm not liking it. I'd rather see, you know, either brick or... Nah, I'm not going to go down. I'm just going to go to the cul-de-sac, go by the Retama Park. Yeah, you see, when you're on the corner, you're missing some of the lights. So I may come back this way on the right-hand side. You can see all the leaves and branches blown all over the place. The school is done. So that's a new, I think, junior high or elementary school right there. We will find out after I pass the hospital in Retama. Horse track in their parking lot if the City of Lights is turned off. Sometimes they keep it on all night. They took down 2 of the cranes out at the hospital. They got 1 crane left, but they moved it down closer to the highway because they're working on a different building, bringing stuff into there. So I think it's kind of like 2 major buildings. One is for offices and the other one is for the hospital. You know, for patients and stuff. So there we go. Especially with this lens, will not focus. See, now it's focusing. You get a little wet weather, and then you'll have a lot of focus breathing. But it's acting pretty good right now. What you're seeing is what I'm seeing, and that's what I like about the ZR. They got things going correctly. It's performing better than the Z6 III. I'm liking this better than the even the S1R2. You know, in the color profile and stuff. So a lot of people don't talk about that on the picture profile or You go to the picture control and you select. So I got this. It's different from the Z6 III, folks. So something is different. Yeah, they turn off most of the lights here on the city lights, but you see the parking space still lit. So with the rain, it might have, blown a couple of fuses, but it's a neat look. I was thinking of going to the deer park, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to turn around and kind of finish this video. And there's the city lights. I love what they did with the road. It's very dark outside. I don't see the moon. I see clouds all over the place. But it took them over a year to complete this project. They redid the drainage. They took out the grassy center aisle. Now we're going to the hospital. They're cleaning a lot of stuff on the hospital that used to be on the side. So they're coming along. They got the windows. They got the outside walls mainly done. And you can see as it's sprinkling. And you'll see the lens not focusing again. And I'm surprised it's still green. And I'm only going 30 miles an hour. Now, see, on this older road, it is moist, but it's not as slippery as the pavement that I was on Retama Parkway. That was just finished. And there's a lot of water retained on the surface. Oh, they got some nice lights. I have to go down here. So this is a newer neighborhood also. But you see? This house to the right has his lights turned off, and sometimes I just use the 20 millimeter Viltrox on these drives. It's an f2.8 also, but you get a wider field of view. So there's a huge reindeer light, green lights to the right. Some more lights on the right. I think it's a cul-de-sac in front, so I'll just go back down, turn around. But this used to be old trees and plains and, just plants and stuff, and a lot of deer, coyotes, and now they're all gone. Okay, I'm just going to make a U-turn. Okay. You get to see the other view. So the ZR is doing a great job. And you'll see this house on the right with all the lights, and then you'll also see the big reindeer on the left. See, Really did a good job. Excellent job. And I love this 4-inch screen. I know the picture quality is sharp. Love it. Yeah, hardly anybody out over here. They're just on the main road. So I'm just going to go back to the neighborhood, cross the street, and finish this car vlog. But just want to show off the ZR with car vlogging for Christmas lights. I got the DJI Mic 2 working. Okay, so let's start looking at some of these lights that you missed on the right-hand side. But folks, I'm happy with the ZR. Not into LUTs. So this is the portrait mode with the, I think the +1 saturation. Everything else is off, the clarity, all that stuff. And this is at 26 millimeters, full frame. See? Snowman. More lights on the right-hand side. You already saw the left-hand side earlier. And you get to see some of the corners when I was turning. You weren't able to see the lights. So I'm at the park again. So I'm pretty happy with the ZR. I got 3 of these. I have 2 in the studio with the ZF. When I get my other ZR from those guys in Miami, I'll have all 3 ZRs. I want to use them for the studio because they don't overheat. I'm loving the picture quality, where I'm even thinking of maybe getting rid of the 2 other studios. So, you know, just have one studio doing everything. I do have an M4 Mac. It's a Mac Studio, 36 gigs of RAM, I think 512 gigabyte SSD. But the M4 Pro Mac Mini has 1 terabyte and 64 gigs of RAM. So they kind of offset each other, but I can get like a 4 terabyte external drive or a hub, put in a hub, and be better off with the Mac Studio. I do have 2 M1 Mac Studios, one 32 gigs RAM and the other one 512. I'm sorry, 64 gigs RAM, but they're both 512 gigabyte storage. I do have the iMac Intel. 5K screen. I love it, but it's kind of outdated. But I have done some stuff with Ecamm Live with that. So, going back home. Hope you enjoyed the ride. It's I like going while it's raining, but I held off a little bit because, as you can see, with all the leaves, it was pouring. So, anyhow, thank you for watching. Yeah, this guy has bought 2 new vehicles for his business, and he parks it across the street. Or maybe he bought one, and then another one is for another guy. So, stay safe, keep smiling, and I will see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.